The town last year, as part of our 225th anniversary, had an essay contest, and the winners of the essay contest were the students would be supervisor for the day.
I'm William Hoffing, and I go to South High School.
So hi, I'm Naomi, and I'm a fifth grader at Link Elementary School.
The Life of Ayana by Naomi Grillo. Hey, which means hello. My name is Ayana. I am a 10-year-old girl from the Lenni Lenape tribe. I am learning how to plant and harvest the three sisters, which is a way to say beans, corns, and squash. My mother says it is important for me to learn life skills. I'd rather be in school with the boys. Yep, in my tribe, the sachem thinks it's more important for girls to learn how to take care of a household than to go to school. I change out of yesterday's clothes and put on my beaverskin skirt. I head outside and my mother teaches me how to weave. When I'm done, there are 10 baskets at my feet.
Well, in fourth grade, we did research on Native Americans and how they lived. And we learned that the Lenni Lenape tribe lived in Clarkstown in 1791, which is pretty much what this whole contest is about. So I decided that I can write about it, and I succeeded.
A day in the life of a child in 1791 living in Clarkstown. In 1791, Clarkstown became a town along with the town of Ramapo. This was during George Washington's first term in office. Children in Clarkstown went to school like children do today, but when they were out of line, they would be disciplined with paddles and flat pieces of wood. The children wore jackets and breeches, which were short pants that stopped at the knee. Children only owned one or two outfits. They did not have lots of different types of clothing like children do today.
Well, I looked at a bunch of books that were in the library, and I sort of, it took some time to try and find houses that were back in the 1790s and farms, so I did find one. I don't remember the name of it, but it was cool seeing what type of food they ate back then, what traditions they did, so it's interesting to research that.
The students are shadowing me for most of the day. They started here this morning about 8 o'clock. Monday mornings at 8:15, I'm on the radio, the local radio station, so they participated in the interview with WRCR. We had a series of department head meetings that took place this morning that they participated in. We went over to the county for a meeting with County Executive Ed Day on economic development, on a business that's looking to relocate and expand here in Clarkstown. And this afternoon, they're now with the police department. I brought them over there. They're actually getting a tour of the police department and justice court. And they'll finish up their afternoon back in my office with another series of meetings before they go home mid-afternoon.
It's been very interesting because I came in here with no knowledge of really how everything runs, and it's just how all these people come together, planning department, the IT department, and they all come together. It's really interesting how this community's run.
My favorite part so far was going to the mapping thing and seeing how cool, how they can tell how much area you have in your house, and I think it's very interesting. And I thought the day was very fun. I can't wait for the rest of it.
The students really are bringing a lot of questions. They're really learning an awful lot about town government, and it's amazing just to kind of hear some of their feedback and some of their thoughts or ideas. They had no idea or no concept about how large and extensive town government is. And what I had said to them earlier was, most people are never going to meet the governor or their senator or their congressman. But more than likely, they're going to have an opportunity to meet the supervisor, legislator, town council folks. And more than likely, they're going to have more interaction at the local level than they will at the state or the federal level. And that's because we run the parks, we take care of fixing potholes, the police are going to respond to their house. So they're really going to have that local experience more so. So the more that people know about it and know what goes into town government and the business of town government, the more important it is. And the younger that we can start kids learning that, hopefully they tell their friends and they, can become more involved within the community.
I'm actually a part of the mock trial team, so I was actually here a couple months ago for a case, so it's pretty cool coming back and seeing all the different parts of this building. So
I think I can help people solve their problems. Like if somebody needs help, I can help them. And I really like helping people, so I think make a big impact on Clarkstown.
Just everything, just a friendly community. Like my high school, for example, like everybody's nice, everybody's friendly. So it's just the whole like nice atmosphere there is to it. It's my favorite part to it.
The best part, I think, is the area, because we're near like the mountains and we're near like the ranges and we're near like beautiful things, and it's a really nice place to live in because you're really around nature and it's all very nice.
You know, it's refreshing. It's refreshing in that it's a great opportunity for me. It certainly puts me on my toes, you know, for the day. Because they're asking lots of questions and they've got lots of different observations, and so certainly it's something that's kind of keeping me on my toes. But it's also something that really kind of shows me that, you know, we have a lot of hope for the future. And you know, I'm a father of 3 kids, but as the town supervisor, you know, I really want to make sure that we're turning over to the town of Clarkstown, you know, the future to these kids. You know, ultimately. One of these students, who knows, maybe they could be supervisor, you know, not just for a day, but they could be supervisor one day. Or certainly somebody from their generation is eventually going to be supervisor of the town and eventually town council people and what have you. So for me, what it means to me, it's really an honor and a privilege to be able to share my office and share the story of our town with our young people. And the other part of it is it really gives me the opportunity to make sure that I'm on my toes and really know what I need to be, you know, working with today. So it's really it kind of puts things into perspective, and it's for me it's a bit of fresh air. It's refreshing.